Well, hello there and welcome to today's video. In this one I'll finally weigh in on my thoughts and opinions as to not only when the Dominion update / DLC will release for Jurassic World Evolution 2, but also what I think it'll contain and possible pricing. Now bear in mind all information here is speculative, and I don't usually do these kind of speculation videos, but I'm getting really stoked not only for the Dominion DLC but the film too, and I want to know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below, so let's have a good discussion. As always, please consider subscribing if you haven't already for all the latest Jurassic World Evolution 2 guides and mod install guide videos, and of course a massive hello and thanks to all the existing subscribers. And please hit the like button to feed the YouTube algorithm, and let's get this video recommended to others. And I usually forget to ask this as well, but please share this video essay with any and all who may be interested. So just a quick backstory for those who are new to the channel. I'm a massive Jurassic Park / Jurassic World / Dinosaur fan, and have played and covered Jurassic World Evolution 1 and 2 extensively. I think I make a lot of good points here, so I hope you may find my take on all of this interesting. So first of all, there is no official release date of the Dominion DLC, and that may seem rather concerning with Dominion just less than 4 weeks away from hitting cinemas on June the 10th. I personally think that they may hold off announcing the Dominion DLC until after the film comes out. Bear in mind that any trailer for a Dominion DLC will have unavoidable spoilers, especially if it shows species not seen in any of the trailers, and any locations or plot points that could also contain spoilers. So as we know, the developers Frontier love making those 30-second long species profile videos as a kind of drip feed leading up to releasing DLCs. That's not going to be possible if they are getting hamstrung by license holders Universal, who we can suspect have a heavy grip on what Frontier can and can't show. So bear in mind that yes, while the film is heavily hyped and you know that Universal is releasing quite content heavy trailers, they're only showing you what they want you to see. Just enough to get us, the fans, excited, and not enough to basically spill any of the key plot points. So with that said, I think the trailer for the DLC will release within the first 2 weeks of Dominion hitting cinemas to allow people to see the film and let buzz surrounding it grow, and most likely a DLC release within 2 to 4 weeks of that. So my estimate for the Dominion DLC to release is between the 24th of June to the 8th of July, and I'd love to know your thoughts on this. And of course, any day now, this opinion of mine could be confirmed or rendered completely wrong. So that's enough about release dates. I think I've covered that fairly well, as there isn't a lot to go on. So next up, let's talk about what to expect from this DLC. As you may or may not know, I actually streamed Jurassic World Evolution 2 on release day for over 13 hours, and yes, I will do another extended stream on Dominion DLC release day as well. During that stream, the first thing that I hit was the campaign story mode and cleared the whole thing within 4 hours. I know others who swept through it even quicker than that. Disappointingly, the story just kind of ends with no resolution. The dinosaurs are still in the wild and it's completely open-ended. Although I love Jeff Goldblum and Dr. Ian Malcolm, no quick ending voiceover from him is any kind of substitute for what I was expecting to be at least a 50-hour plus main campaign like we got in the the base game of Jurassic World Evolution 1. So for that reason, I think that Frontier was overseen heavily by Universal about how far the story could go without revealing anything about Dominion. We already know that after Fallen Kingdom and the Battle of Big Rock short film and the Dominion trailers that the dinosaurs were running wild, so no new information was given with the ending of Jurassic World Evolution 2's story. Bear in mind that for reasons, the Dominion film was delayed. It was originally planned for June of 2021 and got delayed an entire year. Now, if the film's release window had landed in 2021 and Jurassic World Evolution 2 released on the 9th of November, then all would have been great for Frontier, and I think that all the Dominion content would have just released as part of the main game, no extra fee for the DLC. So with that delay of Dominion in mind, I strongly believe that the story mode campaign of Jurassic World Evolution 2 will be expanded on, hopefully quite extensively, rather than just a glorified tutorial. And in all honesty, it was a real letdown. I can honestly say that I've cleared the entire story mode of the first game 3 times on PC and once on the Switch. That playthrough on the Switch I played after Jurassic World Evolution 2 came out. So that tells you that Jurassic World Evolution 2 needs a hefty DLC and update to round it all out, not just the story. The campaign of Jurassic World Evolution 2 I played through once on the release day stream, and I've never bothered to revisit it. There's no point, it's too short and unfulfilling. Here's a quick clip of that. That's very odd. That is really odd, because, I mean, that's the campaign complete in less than 5 hours. That didn't take long. So yeah, you can see the disappointment right there. I believe that Frontier probably had a large story campaign completed and then had to cut a huge portion off the end to satisfy Universal and avoid any Dominion spoilers. That's probably why they had to heavily promote the Chaos Theory mode, which in itself is fairly hit and miss, as otherwise you'd only have a 2 to 4 hour campaign and challenge modes to fall back on. Those challenge modes should only ever be a fun extra way to extend playtime on existing maps and not be a main selling point. So yeah, to finish, I think that the story mode will get an overhaul and expansion, hopefully a big one. Best case scenario would be that the campaign expansion is free, but it probably won't be. It don't matter too much to me if it's free, as I'll be buying the Dominion DLC anyway, but I know a lot of people who will not pay a high price for content which they, and for the most part I think, should or would have been part of the main game. Next up then we have the glaring problem of the missing Dominion Chaos Theory. Now this has stuck out like a sore thumb from day one of release. Just look at that massive gap. It's begging for a Dominion Chaos Theory to fill that gap. Now of course I can't speculate at all as to what that may be like until after watching Dominion, but I hope that it's the biggest Chaos Theory yet. Let's be honest, Jurassic Park 3 and Fallen Kingdoms Chaos Theory modes feel like filler, and they could be completed within 30 minutes to an hour each, tops. They really did the Spino dirty as well. On Jurassic Park 3's Chaos Theory, it appears for a split second and gets killed by raptors before you can even interact with it, but I digress. Just a quick shout out to the viewers of the stream where I smashed through all 5 of the Chaos Theories without cheats or mods in under 11 hours. Thanks to everyone who was there, I had a great time. So yeah, hopefully Dominion's Chaos Theory is as good, if not better and longer than the 3 good Chaos Theory modes, those being Jurassic Park 1, Jurassic Park 2 in San Diego and Jurassic World. All of them are great. Next up we need to talk about what species are going to be added. I found a great Reddit post by a user called Failrin that details all known Dominion species from officially released media and toy lines. And of course I will link that post in the description so you can take a look for yourself. And of course there are spoilers about Dominion species up ahead, so skip to the time shown on screen now if you want to avoid those spoilers. I took the liberty of excluding existing dinosaurs from that list which may or may not get Dominion skins, but I can say with a degree of certainty that the Giganotosaurus will get a Dominion skin or cosmetic, along with possibly a feathered T-Rex and feathery raptors. Along with those cosmetics we can expect some or all of these creatures to be added from this list, and bear in mind I can't find images for some of these. So we have the Atrociraptor, Dimetrodon, Lystrosaurus, Microceratus, Moros, Oviraptor, Pyroraptor, Quetzalcoatlus, Therizinosaurus, and last but not least the Yangchuanosaurus. Yes, that is a real tongue twister reeling them off, and I got it in one take. Very nice. And just real quick, I just want to take a second to shout out all my channel members. You know, your support, it goes a long way, it really does. And just a quick heads up to Canis Lupus, it looks like you'll get an official Yangchuanosaurus after all. So if you'd like to become a member, then please click the join button below the video and take a look at those lovely exclusive member benefits. Thank you very much if you choose to do that. So anyway, yeah, I'm also fairly sure that there are species that have not yet been revealed, so we'll just have to wait and see on that. I'm especially excited for the Quetzalcoatlus and Therizinosaurus. There is also the issue of the baby Velociraptor, aka Baby Blue. Does this mean we'll finally get some kind of breeding mechanics, or will Baby Blue just get a cosmetic of some kind? I'm not sure, but breeding mechanics in Jurassic World Evolution 2 will be a huge game changer. Not sure if it's going to happen, but hopefully it does. Now we need to talk about pricing for the DLC. There are a few points to cover here which may affect the pricing of a mainline DLC, specifically the Dominion DLC. Firstly, I remember reading an article claiming that Frontier was disappointed that Jurassic World Evolution 2 had not hit its sales targets. I've since tried finding that article, but unfortunately I cannot. Now that may mean Frontier could try and recoup some money on a pricey DLC, or they could make the DLC cheaper as part of a bundle to encourage sales. Really hard to say which way that will actually go. I'll also link a recent article about Frontier's shares dropping a bit, but Frontier expecting the Dominion DLC to hopefully go some way to turn things around. So it does seem like Frontier is banking heavily on this DLC being a success. Also, we have to consider the fact that upon the Camp Cretaceous DLC pack release day, someone at Frontier accidentally released a development build of the game for the PC version. For those who don't know, that dev build contained all updates and all DLC up to the Camp Cretaceous DLC, and it was fully playable. The most concerning point about the dev build is that it released with no copy protection at all and hit the video game piracy websites within a day, and I'm going to be completely honest, it was and it still is a feeding frenzy for the game. Now I'm going to talk quite candidly about the implications of piracy here, and I just want to express that this channel does not condone piracy in any way, but I need to make these points. I've read many studies that have shown piracy does not harm the industry, as people pirating those games would not ever pay for them games anyway, and for those who enjoy the games they may even be inclined to make a purchase, so there's that to consider. Many studies have also shown the complete opposite, so it's up to you where you stand on this. With that said, the dev build will not be able to be updated, can't be modded, and can only be obtained on PC, so I'm hoping that those who pirated the game, or at least some of them, will like it enough to be inclined to make a purchase. The dev build also contained numerous folders for DLC, leading the community to calculate that there's a DLC roadmap potentially stretching into early 2024, but we'll have to see about that. Anyway, taking into account all of those points and the fact that the mainline Jurassic World Evolution 1 DLC sold at 15 to 20 British pounds on launch, that's roughly 20 to 25 US dollars, ignoring other commenters' beliefs that the DLC will be extremely expensive, I firmly believe that the Dominion DLC will not be priced any higher than £25 or around 30 US dollars. I'd also love to hear your thoughts on this price prediction in the comments, of course. So, armed with all that information, I can sincerely say that I hope Frontier get it right with this Dominion DLC. I know Frontier have added a lot of new fan requested features so far, but many requests are yet to be realised. And there are also still some glaring bugs with the game, with pterosaurs glitching through aviary roofs and walls, and countless people reporting frequent crashes being the most notable. I'm yet to experience frequent crashes though, and not to downplay concerns, but those reports seem to be mainly coming from console users. I really want this game to surpass the brilliance of the first Jurassic World Evolution, but in many ways it does fall short. Yes, the graphics are a giant leap forward, but in-game mechanics, overall enjoyment and satisfaction when getting things right, when playing and progressing in the first game, are still far superior in my opinion. So that needs to change, and the Dominion DLC could be the turning point and new lease of life that Jurassic World Evolution 2 sorely needs. So once again I want to say a massive thank you if you've made it this far. Let's turn this into a conversation. Message your thoughts and opinions in the comments and let's have a good chat. Hope you have a great day, treat yourselves well, stay safe, and I hope to catch you all again very, very, very soon. Goodbye everyone, bye bye.